Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at how to automate your Jira updates using built-in automation rules and smart commits in Jira. We know everyone expects Jira issues, or work items as they're calling them now, to be accurate and up to date, but it's time consuming to make that part of your workflow. And if those issues don't get updated and seem stale, you know someone is going to bug you and ask, what's the status? So if you're sick of jumping into Jira and making manual updates, but want to make sure your stakeholders have the visibility they need, let's get started. All right, to automate these issue updates, you have two options. Smart commits can be done on your own while making a commit, but they offer a more limited set of use cases, such as updating an issue status or logging time. Automation rules cover more use cases and are more flexible, but these require help from a Jira admin to get set up. One quick note before we get into the details, there's a technical requirement that your Git repositories are connected to Jira. If that's not already the case at your organization, your Jira admin can install an integration app from the Atlassian Marketplace. We're obviously partial to Git Integration for Jira since it works with every Git hosting provider, lets you create branches and PRs in a single click, and has deep links to GitKraken Desktop and GitLens, but there's other options as well. Assuming that integration is set up, let's talk about smart commits. Smart commits let you update Jira issues directly from your Git commits. You just include Jira commands in your commit message, Jira interprets them, and performs the action. In this example, proj123 links the commit to the Jira issue, comment adds a note, time logs work, and transition moves the issue to a new status. You can combine multiple actions in one commit message. Now let's see smart commits in action. I'll open GitKraken Desktop and I have a simple change staged here, but obviously you can make the commit however you typically would. I'm going to type in my commit message starting with the Jira issue key and then the commands we looked at before. When I push this commit, Jira will automatically detect it because my repository is connected to Jira through our Git integration. Just remember that you must include the Jira issue key in your commit messages to make this link. Now within seconds, Jira is going to update the issue. It'll log the time, it'll add my comment, and it'll move the issue from to do to in progress. So smart commits are great because the commit message is hopefully already part of your workflow. However, they're somewhat limited because you can only log time, leave comments, and transition issues. If you want to get even more automated, we need to set up Jira automation rules. As I mentioned earlier, a Jira admin will need to configure these rules, but it's important for you to understand what's possible so you and your team can convey what you'd like to see happen. I'd suggest coming up with a set of rules and then ask for them to get configured. With that out of the way, automation rules let you define triggers, conditions, and actions to make Jira update itself. No manual actions needed. For example, you can automatically transition an issue to in progress when a branch is created, or to in review when a pull request is opened. Think of it like when X happens in Jira or Git, do Y automatically. Once they're configured, the only thing you need to remember to do is to include the Jira issue key somewhere in your commit message and branch names. So let's create a new rule. First, I'll click Create Rule and select a trigger. For this example, we'll use branch created, which fires whenever someone creates a branch on a linked repository. Now we'll add a condition. We only want this rule to run if the status was previously to do. So we'll use the work items fields condition, select status, and to do. Finally, we'll add an action. Let's have the issue automatically transition to in progress when the branch is created. You could pick any transition that fits your workflow. And then let's name this rule auto transition on branch creation and save it. Simple as that. Now Jira will respond in real time. Automation rules can be triggered off branches, commits, pull requests, builds, deployments, plus pretty much any activity in Jira. You could send Slack messages, email interested team members. The options are pretty limitless. The best part is it all happens behind the scenes and you don't need to touch the Jira issue or remember to include any commands in your commit messages. Something to keep in mind is that smart commits and automation rules are not mutually exclusive. You can combine both. For example, a smart commit that moves something to a review status could trigger an automation rule based on that new status. That means when you push a commit with transition and review, the automation rule can automatically notify reviewers on Slack or assign the issue to someone on your QA team. You can chain as many conditions and actions as you need to fit your team's workflow. With smart commits and automation rules working together, you can keep Jira perfectly in sync with your development activity with minimal effort. Try incorporating smart commit commands into your commit messages and start thinking about which automation rules would be beneficial to your team. Check out Atlassian's template library to give you a head start. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips from the GitKraken team.